Hi guys, welcome to another interesting opportunity to study for free in Canada. If you have been looking for schools in Canada where you don't have to pay tuition fee or pay some amount out of the full tuition fee, then this video is for you. In today's video, I'm going to walk you through a school in Canada that is still accepting application from international students. And the school has undergraduate, master's, and PhD programs. And it is also a DLI school. That is, it has designated learning institute number, which allows international students to be eligible for postgraduate work permit. Another advantage of this school is that IELTS is not required for admission. Some countries are exempted from submitting IELTS, that is International English Language Testing System certificate. If you are coming from countries such as Nigeria, Botswana, Tanzania, Gambia, Ghana, and so on, you are exempted from submitting IELTS certificates. So there are countries listed in their official websites, including the ones I've just mentioned. These countries are not required to submit IELTS certificates. Another advantage of this school, and which is the most interesting one, is that there are numerous automatic scholarships for international students, and there is no separate application for these scholarships. There are 4 different types of automatic scholarships available for international students, and there is no limit to the number of automatic scholarships you'll be given, provided you meet the eligibility criteria at the time of submitting your application for admission. One of the automatic scholarships worth over 40,000 Canadian dollars, which can take care of your tuition fee, and there is one of 10,000 Canadian dollars per year, 8,000 Canadian dollars, and another one which amounts to 14,000 Canadian dollars per year. And they generously stated that these automatic scholarships are often topped up with teaching and research assistantships, which makes the overall funding package sufficient for international students. So you don't have to worry about some expenses such as living expenses, accommodation, as the research or teaching assistantships comes with monthly stipend. Also, this school has 3 admission cycles for international students, which include for winter and summer, and they have varying admission deadlines. For some programs, the deadline for fall semester have just exceeded on the 1st of June, while the application for winter and summer are still ongoing, while some programs are still accepting application for fall, winter, and summer semesters. Now, having stated some of the advantages of this school, let me walk you through the application process and admission requirements. Guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so that YouTube will be recommending my new videos to you. And if you're watching me for the first time, on this channel, I share international opportunities such as scholarships and jobs and how to apply to these opportunities. In addition to the automatic scholarships, there are external scholarships which international applicants are also eligible to apply for, and you are recommended to apply at the same time you're applying for admission. So this one is not automatic, it needs a separate application, and you are required to apply at the same time you're applying for admission. This university is actually worth applying for, as you have numerous chances of getting scholarship, be it either the automatic scholarship or the external scholarships.
We are right inside the official website for the university, and the name of the university is the University of Concordia. Before we look into how to apply, let me quickly run through the programs. Like I stated previously, there are undergraduate and postgraduate programs. For undergraduate programs, which you can see right on the screen, they have accounting, biochemistry, biology, building engineering, business technology management. They have about more than 300 undergraduate programs. So when you come over to the list for undergraduate, that is if you're interested in undergraduate programs, you explore the list to dish out your area of interest. However, you can use the filters here. You can see where they labeled A to Z. So clicking on any of the alphabet to bring out all the programs that start with that alphabet. For example, let's click on C. You can see all the programs that start with letter C: civil engineering, communication and cultural studies, community policy studies, and so on. Now let us move over to postgraduate programs. You can access that through admissions or through academics. When you click on the academics, you can see undergraduate programs and graduate programs. They also have certificate programs and diploma programs, but now we are interested in either undergraduate and graduate programs. So when you click on the graduate programs, it takes you to the page for graduate programs. And just like what we saw on the graduate programs, you can still see the alphabet A to Z, which you can use to narrow down your search to the particular program you are looking for. So for the graduate programs, to have education, adult education, aerospace engineering, applied linguistics, art education, art history, biology, biotechnology and genomics, building engineering, business administration, chemical engineering, chemistry, civil engineering, computer science, construction engineering, economics, electrical and computer engineering, English literature, English, finance, history, human systems intervention, and so on. A whole lot of postgraduate studies, and you have to be careful. Some of the programs offer only PhD, while some offer both PhD and master. So you need to check that as well before you begin your application. Then for English language proficiency, which I talked about previously, some countries are exempted from submitting IELTS. And for you to know if your country is one of those that are exempted from submitting the certificate, you come over here under this language proficiency test exemptions. You click on this link here, that is under the completion of a minimum of 3 full years of study at the undergraduate or graduate level at an accredited university in one of the following countries. So when you click on the countries, it will take you to the list of the exempt countries. You can use the filter here to check if your country is among those that are exempted. So you can see Gambia, Ghana, Grenada, Ireland, Jamaica, Kenya, Malta, Nigeria, Sierra Leone, Singapore, South Africa, Tanzania, Uganda, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and so on. So these countries are not required to submit International English Language Testing System, that is IELTS. Now let us look into the admission requirements for graduate programs specifically. So when you come over here, you click on requirements. Don't worry, I'll be leaving the link to all the pages I visited in the video description box. Then you scroll down. There are no specific requirements for all of the programs in this school. There are program specific requirements or supporting documents you need to submit during your application for your own program. So in addition to these general documents, the supporting documents for every program, that is transcript, letter of recommendation, statement of purpose, CV, proof of legal status in Canada, that is if you are a Canadian citizen and so on. So, but I think for international applicants, you don't need this particular document. You don't need to submit this particular document. Then proof of test scores. That is if your program requires test scores such as GRE and GMLT. Then and some programs would require you to find a supervisor before you can be given admission. Not all programs. That is why you can see right here, you may need to submit additional forms, document, portfolio, test scores with your application or secure a supervisor before you apply. Be sure to review the additional requirements specific to your programs. So, and for you to access that, you just click on this link here, which takes you to each of the programs that need additional document or additional supporting document. So like biology, MSc in biology, you have to identify a supervisor which you will have to mention in your statement of purpose. It is clearly written here. So do well to check your program to know if you are to submit additional supporting documents. Let's just quickly look into the automatic scholarships. You can see under the awards and funding, there is no separate application for this entrance award. When you click on the entrance award to take you to the page for that, you can see the monetary value that I mentioned before, the Concordia International Tuition Award of Excellence, which amount to $44,893 per year. There is one of $10,000. That is the Concordia Merit Scholarship. There is one of $8,878 and 14,000 per year. And these automatic scholarships are for graduates and undergraduate international applicants, provided you meet the eligibility criteria and there is no separate application required for you to be considered. Also, in addition to this automatic scholarship, there are also external scholarships which you are encouraged to apply. As you can see right on the screen, we encourage you to apply for this award at the same time you are preparing your application, so which is the provincial and federal awards. So these ones are not automatic, you have to apply separately after applying for admission, and you are encouraged to apply at the same time you're applying for admission. And there's another interesting fact about this school. If your partner or your spouse has work permit in Canada, you might be eligible for international fee exemption. That is a case where you don't have to pay the international fee. You will be asked to pay that of the amount for domestic students. So when you click on under this scholarships for international students, as a non-Canadian resident, you may be eligible for international fee exemptions that allow you to pay Quebec tuition rates. You know, you don't, as an international student, your tuition fee is different from the home tuition fee. International students pay higher than the Canadian citizens. So when you click on this link, you can see the list, the eligibility. So the one which I know attribute to international applicants. For number 3, international students whose spouse hold work permits valid for working in Quebec with these conditions, or international students no older than 22 years whose parents hold work permits valid for working in Quebec with these conditions. So I think if your spouse already have or hold work permits, you will be allowed to pay the tuition rate for Canadian citizens. Now, to apply for admission, you must over here click on apply. It will take you to this page. Also, for the deadlines, there is no specific deadline for application. However, they have three application windows. There is fall, winter, and summer. However, there are program specific deadlines, so you need to check your programs as well to know the deadline for each of the semester. Some of the programs, the fourth semester, the deadline have just exceeded on the 1st of June, while the winter and summer semesters, the application admission are ongoing. As you can see right here, graduate application deadlines. The deadlines to submit your application depends on your program. Give yourself plenty of time to prepare your application and collect required documents. So there is no specific deadline for this school. Then to apply, we have already explored some of these sections here. There is choosing a program. I've shown where to get the programs, check the application deadlines, review the requirements. I already talked about the supporting documents, English language proficiency. Then the next is to start your application. You quickly click on that. Then you scroll down to this start a new application. If you have not started any application yet, you click on this button. If you have, you click on this. So you click on this for new application. It will take you directly to the application portal, and you are to check this agreement. When you click on it, you click on request a net name. So from there, you pick up the application process.